Assalamu alaikum, family. This is Sajdah Wendy Muhammad, and I want to welcome you to this sacred opening of the Money Psychology Marathon. Over the next several hours, we will enter a transformative space together, one where we confront, reprogram, and elevate what I call our money nervous system. If you've been feeling stuck, confused, overwhelmed, or disconnected from your wealth, you deserve this moment of recalibration. Before we can earn differently, invest differently, build differently, we must think differently. And before we think differently, we must feel differently. That's what's most important. So today, we are simply clearing the path. This is a moment of alignment, preparation, and spiritual readiness for the financial breakthroughs ahead. And I know y'all like, what? Wait, I heard it's hard times. It don't have to be. We can be on top of our game no matter what's about to happen in the world and in the economy. Let's get on top of our game so that we can get ready to receive our inheritance. Your money nervous system is the emotional, spiritual, and psychological circuitry that shapes every financial decision that you make. It was programmed long before you started adulting, long before your first job, long before your first bank account or your first major purchase. So what's going to happen today? I'm going to jump on here live. I'll be on here now till about 6:30. We're going to show a couple of videos. We're going to exhaust them. I'm going to come back live at 8:30, but I want you to keep watching. And if you're in the middle of some other stuff, you can pop in and out. The idea is that we get these wheels rolling. How do you think about money? What fears do you have? What were you told growing up about money? What's holding you back? It comes from childhood messages like money don't grow on trees. We can't afford that. People like us don't have wealth. We poor righteous people, poverty consciousness. If you have to struggle for every penny, it also comes from emotional moments, like watching your parents fight over bills, or watching them hide their financial stress, or watching them tell you stories about how poor they were, watching them overcompensate to make it seem like things were okay, watching them avoid finances and business altogether. But it goes deeper than that. It holds the generational memory of scarcity, economic exclusion, redlining, underpayment, being told no, survival mode, having stuff stolen from you. All of this becomes part of your financial reflexes, part of your identity, part of your emotional landscape. And unless we intentionally reprogram it, the old system will run our entire financial life on autopilot. All right. So today, I want to briefly introduce some of these major concepts before we start the marathon. Okay. These are the pillars of money psychology. It's your money identity. That's the first one. That's the first pillar. It's the story you tell yourself about who you are financially. It includes your sense of deservingness or worthiness. It includes your expectations. It includes your experiences or the experiences of your parents and how you believe wealth interacts with your life. Okay. Next pillar is your emotional money patterns. You'll hear a lot about that today. Your fear of spending, your fear of investing, fear of loss, guilt around success, people pleasing through money. We all have patterns. Many were created in childhood. Many were created through low self-esteem. Look, money just magnifies who you are. If you're a rotten person with no money, you're going to be a rotten person with money. If you're a good person with no money, you'll likely be a good person with money. A lot of this stuff was shaped in childhood, and it's happening. It's playing right now in the background in your subconscious on autopilot. Here's the next pillar: money, trauma, and generational memory. You'll hear a lot about that today. This includes personal experiences of financial shame, like times where you were embarrassed because you didn't have any money, or times when you felt badly because you couldn't do something because you had money. Maybe you lost some property. Maybe you had a repossession. Maybe you had a forfeiture. Maybe your lights were cut off. Maybe your gas was cut off. Maybe you got stranded on the side of the road because you didn't have the money to get gas. These are personal experiences of financial shame that we want to work through today. Okay. But also there's the inherited trauma of historical disadvantage. One of the things I've been studying is how all of these major properties around the country were taken over or conquered by somebody from somebody. You think that doesn't have something to do with why we feel like every time we do something, it's going to get stolen because it's been stolen so many times? Now it's time for us to put on our armor and figure out, what do we have to do to get what's ours and keep what's ours? All right. The next pillar are your money behaviors. You're going to hear about that today. These are the automatic, instinctual habits: procrastinating about opening the mail, avoiding financial conversations, just feeling like if you feel bad, like you just got to run out and go shopping, overspending to soothe your emotions, undercharging for your services because you don't want to be rejected. You want to create this view of piousness. I don't care about the money. You know, those lies we tell ourselves. No money. I don't care about the money. Money behaviors where we make money a god instead of understanding that money is a tool that simply gives us choices, gives us options. You'll hear a lot about those options today. Another pillar is money boundaries. This is knowing how to say no, how to prioritize your goals, how to avoid becoming the family bank, how to avoid overgiving in the name of proving your worth, how to know when it's time to give and when you should be supportive of someone else. These are all money boundaries. Some are created, some are inherited. We're going to talk about that today. And then we're going to go into what you hear a lot in the church called prosperity consciousness. This is the spiritual frequency of abundance, where money becomes a tool for your creation. It is not your God. See, when you're striving to move into godhood and become a God, guess what happens? You start to get tools to help you, and money is one of them. It's a tool for creation. We don't want to make it a tool for survival. We want to make sure that we align our wealth with our purpose. What do we show up on the planet to do? And how can these tools support us? We want to stop chasing. We want to start attracting and creating. So during the marathon, we'll explore each of these in detail, okay? But for now, we're going to prepare our mind, body, and spirit. So I want us to do a meditation. So I want us to quiet the noise and create space for something new, okay? I'm going to be looking at you, but I want you to get your mind, take a deep breath. I want you to find a quiet place and sit comfortably. You know, rest and relax your shoulders, loosen your jaw. Allow your breath to come in naturally. Inhale slowly and just enjoy the inhale. Exhale gently. Enjoy the exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now, I want you to visualize a soft golden light entering the top of your head. And let the light travel down your spine, illuminating your entire nervous system. Just light up your spine with your mind, with this golden light. Let it come in from the top of your head and let it just flow all the way down your spine. Give a little attention to places that might be a little achy or hurting in your back or tight or tension. Stop there. Shine the light on that tight lower back or those tight areas in your shoulder. And just let that light just flow down. Give it some mental attention. Let all those neurons in your spine just start firing off. I want you to think about this being the frequency of clarity, abundance, healing, divine alignment. I want you to inhale that abundance. So let's inhale. And with exhale, I want you to exhale the survivor mode. Let it go. I want you to inhale confidence. Inhale it all the way up your spine. Inhale it. And exhale the fear of loss. Inhale possibility. Exhale generational limitations. Let's do that one again. I want you to inhale possibility, and I want you to everything you've been taught in your life about money, about wealth, that pain that's in your back, that pain, that tightness that's in your spine. Envision it releasing with the exhale. So let's inhale possibility of healing and love, and exhale, release the pain, release the tension, release these limitations, these old money stories, every fear, every memory, every voice that told you no. I want you to just exhale it away. Let it just come out like a mist. Just let it go. Let them float upward until they dissolve completely. Now, place your intention and your hand on your heart. Take a moment and feel your heartbeat. Just get into your heart for a minute. Just feel it. It feels so good. I want you to imagine a warm, steady glow expanding as you move your hand down. I want you exposing this steady glow that's coming from your heart. And it's just glowing outward. And this is love. This is your prosperity. This is all the pain leaving your body. This is all the tension and focus on what's hurting leaving your body. Let it all go. Now, I want us to speak these words quietly in your spirit. I am worthy of ease. I am aligned with abundance. I honor my gifts. I welcome new financial possibilities. And I'll say it again. You are worthy of ease. You are aligned with abundance. I want you to start honoring your gifts. I want you to welcome new financial possibilities. Just like it's possible that you could experience loss, it's very possible that you can experience gain and wealth. So we're going to ask Allah to prevent us from suffering the weight of debt, and that He bring to us all that He promised to us: money, good home, friendship, and all walks of life. And I want us to promise ourselves that we will do what it is that we know we should be doing with all the rewards that are waiting for us. Now, I want you to envision your future self. Your eyes should still be closed. I want you to just see yourself in your mind's eye. Don't try to change your appearance. Just look at yourself. But when you look at yourself, I want you to think about confidence. I want you to feel confidence radiating from you. Balance, prosperity. Step towards yourself in your mind's eye with grace and deposit that confidence into yourself. Envision Allah just putting a hand on your shoulder and saying, "Are you ready, daughter? Are you ready, son?" And I want you to breathe that touch from God in. As you're breathing in, and that light we saw earlier, that golden light that's pouring into our head and going down into our spine and releasing all that tension and pain. Imagine that light being poured upon you by Allah. And I want to say these words, I am ready. I am ready. Breathe in, breathe out. I want you to slowly open your eyes. Let all that settle into you. You can look at this and do that over. You're on the road. We're on the road to being aligned and prepared for this journey. So over the next sessions of our Money Psychology Marathon, we're going to do what I keep talking about, is peeling back layers, decoding patterns, rebuilding a new emotional intelligence and spiritual clarity. You may be looking at this like, this ain't going to work. The economy's bad. Famine is coming. What does that have to do with you and your God? Stand in your truth. Stand in your faith. Financial future is shaped not by chance, but by consciousness. And today, I want us to step into a new level of awareness. So thank you for joining me. Stay with me. Commit to the journey today. I know you got stuff to do. Pop in and out. It's okay. You could do that. Pop in and out. See yourself in the middle of cooking, in the middle of whatever it is that you're doing. And just enjoy yourself. If you like this content, hit the super chat button. There's ways across the bottom, excuse me, that you can support. There's a link here to purchase the new book. The cover's there. Support this content. We're going to try to keep bringing you this content. So the first video is going to be starting in 10 minutes. So if you all are ready, I am going to show a short video, and then I'm going to go out, and starting at 6:30, the first video is going to show, and I'll be back at 8:30 a.m. Central Time, inshallah. We're just going to talk about what we discovered, talk about how we're feeling, chat a little bit, and get ready for the next session. Okay, so be a friend, tell a friend, and we'll see you all at 8:30 a.m. Central Time.